Welcome back everyone to River and Sea, where I am looking at the road into Glen Healy, and this is the road to the river and that water wheel. And this is the way to Lintrev, so that leaves the fourth direction, which is where I expect to find a handkerchief and also to eventually run into a river crossing where I could find some footprints and maybe even find an Uruk camp. Though how much I really want to find that Uruk camp is a completely different matter. Though I suppose I should deal with this warg first because it is going to be a bit of a problem. And I think that was a bit of a problem to it. Cleansing spirits. Okay. Now, where were we? Oh! What's this up here? Right, you wanna tussle? Fine, we'll tussle. Now, where were we? Oh yes! A blue handkerchief. This handkerchief is surprisingly heavy because there's a rock tied to it. Okay. Fine. Fine. Let's go this way. To the river! Ah! This must be the river. Now, I don't see any footprints around here. I think she was on the other side, so let's see what we can find over here. Ah! Hold on. Muddy footprints. Alright. We can deal with this. Let's do. Ah! The path leads to the main road. So I think if I go this way, I should eventually find this Uruk camp. Assuming that the Uruks don't find me first. I see something up ahead. Yes, that's what I thought. It looks like a fortress made out of pointy tree logs. Alright, so now let's get a closer look at them and see if it's really a camp of Uruks. Now we seem to be in the right area. I have discovered Sharmakal. Yes, I think that's an Uruk. Well then, let's deal with them. How about that for you and and for you. Alright, good. Oh. Well, not much in this area. Hey, you tell me where I can find the main camp? Nah, he wasn't very helpful. And that must have been the guard house. This looks like the main entrance. Hi. Here to destroy your war machines. You mind? Yeah, I think he minds. Alright, let's see. 2 archers here. Get here. Oh, how about... Yeah. I really should do those things in the right order. Oh well. Alright, let's see. Here are the pins. And let's pull these pins out. Don't ask me how I do this. Alright, they're not going to actually show that. Oh, hold on. Somebody out here is shooting me. Alright, well that's the pin on that side. Now let's deal with the pin on the other side. Oops. Somehow I think this is going to be a little bit obvious, but it may slow down it may slow them down a little bit. There you go. Yes, I managed. Now, how did he get close enough in order to notice how the pins operate? No idea. Oh, hi. Ouch. Really? Thank you. Oh, yes. That's the problem is, just as I gotta kill 2 of those things? Oh, good grief. Here's our second war machine. Let's come over this side first. That's an archer, that's a warrior. Let's go after the archer first. Well, actually, oh, well, okay, we will. Okay, we'll stun him, then we'll do that. That's you. That's you. Thank you for waiting. Not that I gave you much of a choice in the matter. Ah, now. Time to remove a couple more pins. Oh, come on. Oh, is selecting the other pin for me? Good grief. Alright. There we go. And now the other side. Good. Now is the third one upstairs, or is it way on the other side of this level? Let's check upstairs first. Here's the third one. And see, after this, I'm going to need 1 more warrior and 1 more captain. And here's a warrior who just volunteered to be number 3. Oh, really? What wonderful timing! I was just waiting to find another one. Really? Really? Okay. I hate it when they stun you, then they do their long induction that you can't stop. Alright, fine. Let's get the pin. And let's get out of this place. After tripping over my fingers over at the Uruk camp, I decided to head back to Red Line and see how comfortable I am back over there. I know I only spent a little time in Yellow Line, so maybe I'll experiment with that again later on. But I think I just didn't have enough offensive punch for what I wanted to do over there. But I am going to grab one thing from the blue line. I got 2 points here, so I can grab it here, and that is the motivating melody. That way, if I need a few extra morale points or a heal, I can do so. Oh, I'm going to need to get a musical instrument. That's right. Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I just have to settle with pulling out the old default loot. Hello.
You found it! Oh, how very odd.
Someone has tied a bunch of string to my handkerchief and weighed it down with a rock. I suppose that was enough to keep the wind from carrying it away, but it was still too heavy to float. Oh, ho, ho, ho! Who would have done this to my handkerchief, I wonder? Yeah?
Have you been to the edge of the nearby cliffs yet?
If you haven't been to the edge of the nearby cliffs, you have got to take in the view. If you like, I'll meet you over there and show you the best lookout spot. Oh well, I probably need to take a good look at what's going on in the region, so very well, I guess I'll meet you over there at some point. But now, I need to find... What do I need to find? Oh. I need to find you.
Something stirs in the shadows of the veils.
Oh, you hit the tracks? Oh, marvelous! I wouldn't have slept a wink had I thought that the nasty big folk from up the road would have found us. Why, I have had such an upset tummy that I haven't eaten for at least an hour. You're not going to make an adventurer, that's for sure. Oh, alright. Destination Breland. Well, that's not going to happen. Well, I was about to say anytime soon, but I am going to have to head over there in 2 levels. So yes, I will take care of that in 2 levels when I have to do the last quest. Ah, here we are. Iago, oh yeah, Iago Rude, and that is, oh yes, the pins.
Oh, there.
Oh, I almost wish that I could have been there when they try to hurl the next rock and the entire contraption falls to pieces. Yep. That should be quite amusing. Now, where were we? Ah. Hello there. I've taken care of some Uruks.
Might you aid me?
Ooh, you returned! Oh, how did you fare now? Oh, goodness me, that is impressive. Why, I think you may have just saved our village. You have my eternal thanks. You're welcome. Alright, good. And what's over this way? Other than a Krabana. Well, I suppose it's time for me to relearn that. Oh, and I guess we might as well take care of this bird also before it decides to take exception to my existence. Oh, this must be the cliff edge.
Come, look over yonder.
Ah, you made it! Yes, look over yonder. Is it not marvelous? On clear days, you could see all the way to Tharbad. Right, well, maybe not the Tharbad, but is it not still a wonder? Oh, go on ahead and take a look. Can I see all the way to Tharbad? Well, it's a little foggy out there, but anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, it's a glorious view.
Impressive, no?
Anyway, you may be wondering why I asked you for the bird wings and why there's a rock tied to my favorite handkerchief. Well, you see, I'm going to be the first hobbit to fly like a bird. I have been experimenting and studying things that fly. Birds, handkerchiefs that aren't weighed down by rocks, those sorts of things. My experiments have not quite garnered the results that I was hoping for, but I have a new plan that may work. Yes, here is where you come in. I need you to gather some materials for me. If I go about doing it myself, there's going to be no end of questions and interruptions. I need the straightest branch that you can find, some rope, and purple canvas that's hanging down from one of the houses at the base of the southern cliffs. Oh, and we're going to build a larger kite than anyone's ever seen before. And then I'm going to leap from the edge like an eagle and soar over the store veils. You just wait and see. Okay. Well, I hope it slows down the fall enough so that he doesn't get hurt. Speaking of getting hurt, there seem to be some nasty crows in the area. Now let's see if I can find that canvas. That's full of rope. And also, well, I don't need to find a mailbox. And also a fallen branch. Yep. A nice straight piece of wood. Well, this is not a straight piece of wood, but it is some fabric. Now, what do I do if they ask me why am I looking for a straight piece of wood, some fabric, and some rope? Maybe I'll tell them I'm building a ship. Alright, maybe a boat. A ship might be a bit much for this area. I don't want to cut down one of their trees, so I am going to look for the branch over in this direction. And maybe, just maybe, I will find something useful. Of course, it may be over a stream or something before I get there, but that's entirely different. Ah! Here we are. One fallen branch. Oh, well, while I... New deed. Enmity of the wolves. Alright. I see the killing of many more wolves in the future. Many more. Oh. What do I get for this one again? Riverfolk. Plus 25 fishing skill. Well, maybe I should have had enmity of the fish for that one instead. I still need to search for further corruption in there, so let's head on a little bit past where I found that first corrupted plant and cross the bridge near one of the waterfalls that I inspected earlier. I think that needs to be water wheel if I slung myself down the waterfall. And head over this way, and soon enough, I'm sure I'll find something corrupted. How? Why? I don't know. We'll find something here. Yeah. Hold on. That's a wolf. I got a deed to kill these things, don't I? Well, might as well throw that in while I'm looking for corrupted stuff. I'm supposed to be looking for deeper into the corrupted forest. Oh, did I go too far? Of course I did. It's finding the exact right spot of corruption. Oh, the shadow's presence threatens you. Oh? Oh, a corrupted bear. Well, we can do that. Alright. Well, I couldn't bear that corruption. I was attacked by a corrupted bear.
What do you need?
The shadow touches the beasts of the land now? It's more dire than I thought. First the plants, and now the animals. If we allow this corruption to go unabated, it will soon cause a great strife amongst the Sorvales. My friend in Lintrev has told me similar stories. In fact, he speaks of black riders passing through. I suspect he could tell you more. Go to Lintrev and find Nudo Suchi, and regale him of what has transpired and give him the sample of Colt's foot. Lintrev, yes, I've been to Lintrev before. In fact, I'm going back there now. Yeah, looks like somebody doing research.
Just a moment.
The corruption on the Colt's foot plant is troubling indeed. You say that Gwenfer sent you? Yes, she is right. This might explain the recent unrest in Colt's Hollow. Ever since the Black Riders passed through, the situation here in the Storvales grows more and more bleak. Our very way of life is being threatened. Black Riders. Not Uruks. This is getting confusing. Alright.
I have witnessed the crossing of Black Riders through these parts. and the veil of shadow along with them.
Okay. Yes, thank you for sharing your story with me. I witnessed the crossing of black riders through these parts in a veil of shadow. It has been a terrible effect on the land. All the spiders of Cobb's Hollow have come to chaos. I have been working together with my friend Corwin to deal with the shadow's corruptive force. Alright, well. Alright, so I will speak with her, but first, I want to speak with a certain person who wants to fly, and I'm not talking about this bird either. Ah, here he is. You're having a meal?
Well, you took too long, and I got hungry, and
And I suppose I'll have to put off flying for today. Airless baked an incredible apple pie for me, and it would be rude to let it go cold. I might be flying tomorrow. Yes, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe from a nearby hill instead of up. So, hi. Well, you can think on that. Now, let's find that friend. This friend is apparently an elf.
It was this very shadow that led me here, and that has kept me here.
Are you the one who helped Nodo? We have both been working tirelessly to combat this spread. I found myself here in the Store of Veils in my travels through Eregion. It was this very shadow that led me here, and that has kept me here. If you help me, please, I could create a draft that could ease the pain of the land. I'll first need a sample of the blighted plant life. The corruption is strongest in the dark nest of Cobb's Hollow. Well, I've been asked to kill some spiders there, so right. Travel to Cobb's Hollow and find samples of the corrupted plant life. But be cautious. What lurks within is dark and twisted. What will we find in Cobb's Hollow? And of course, what about my report back in with the ranger over in Klager? We have to find that out in the next episode of River and Sea.